How's it going, everybody? It's your boy, Homie G, and I'm back. Okay, so this video is by request, and it's on a very important topic, my little homies. So let's get to it. All right, so this is on how to deal with thoughts of suicide. And for me, it's a topic that hits home because you see, I'm going to let you know. I don't know if you already know from my other videos, but I suffer from depression. And I will admit to you today that in my life, I myself have thought of suicide. Okay? You see, for a very long time, I suffered through depression and anxiety, and I didn't get any help. So, through my teenage years, through my early 20s, I just basically went along the way, going up and down with my mood, and going up and down with my thoughts, and just not having the best life I could possibly have. So, I remember when I was going through a dark patch in my life during the divorce from my first wife, and even through college. There were days where I would think of killing myself. Okay, it's hard for me to say now and speak about it, but I must because I know there's others out there like me, or who are like me and are currently managing their situation. But back in those times, I thought of killing myself. How? I thought about hanging myself. I thought about jumping from a building. I thought about shooting myself. I didn't even own a gun, and I thought about these things. Okay? How was my depression? It'd make me sleepy. I'd sleep for days. I'd cry. I'd be very depressed, of course. I wouldn't want to do anything. And that was no way of living. Okay? And why didn't I go get help? Right? Well, several reasons. Number one, back in those times, I felt getting help was weak on my part, that I had some sort of weakness, some sort of fault. Two, it would be embarrassing, right? Going to a shrink or going to go get help from a psychologist. That to me was something that embarrassed me, especially in my culture. I'm Latino, and you know that sometimes it's not something we talk about in our culture. So I didn't go get help. And it affected my first marriage for sure. And it affected my relationships before that. And it affected my life. So it wasn't until 27 years of age where I finally decided to go get help. I saw a psychologist. See, I had insurance. It wasn't even that. I just didn't go. And I finally got help. I was diagnosed with depression and anxiety. And then they gave me medication. Okay, now I was 27 years old. So I took this medication and it completely changed my life. It made me confident. It made me have less anxiety. Bouts of depression, when they did come, it was like maybe half a day. But well, before that, it was 2 to 3 days where it finally would clear up, right? And I'd have sunlight again shining on me instead of those dark clouds. So that medication to me was a godsend. It saved me. It made me a better man, a better person. But I know medication is not always the answer for everybody. Nonetheless, you should still go get help and let the doctors decide what is best for you. I also have taken in my life classes on anxiety, so mindfulness. Those classes have helped me tremendously manage my anxiety. And I just want to tell you today, little homies, that it is perfectly normal to be depressed at times. It is not normal, it is not okay to be depressed all the time, okay? If you have something like that going on and you have these thoughts, you need to go get help. Don't be like me and waiting. You know, I waited too long. I waited way too long to get help. I could have been a happier person, a more even keel person if I had gotten help in my teenage years. And it's okay if you have to tell your parents that this is happening to you. They probably already noticed it about you. They may have already talked to you about it and you have just clammed up and not wanted to share. And I'm telling you, that's the wrong move. You gotta share. You gotta open up to your parents or your family or someone special in your life because That's the only way you're going to get the help that you need. Okay? Let's say you don't do any of those things and you're still having these thoughts. I'm going to give you one place to go to. Okay? Go to your phone, of course. Go to your phone and text the word home and this number, 741-741. Okay? When you do that, a counselor from the crisis hotline or from the crisis center, wherever this organization happens to be, it's all around actually, all over the United States. There are people waiting for text messages from people that are in dire need of help, who text something like, I want to kill myself, or I feel really awful about this. So it's a crisis text where you go get support. A counselor will come on and immediately start talking to you about how to get the help that you need, or help you right then and there to get through that moment in your life. Okay, my little homie. So remember, everybody, there's not a single adult, not a single person who hasn't had these thoughts. And it's just normal, okay? Because life is not easy, but life is hard and beautiful at times. But you got to work at it, and you got to not take any action on those thoughts, okay? Please don't do that. People will miss you. They will miss you. Your parents, your friends. Don't think like nobody's going to notice. People will notice when you're gone, okay? I know for a fact that, this is something true, It's selfish to off yourself, so to speak. It is selfish because you're not keeping in mind all those you will hurt from your departure, from your early departure, from leaving behind these people. You're going to hurt a lot of people when you do that, okay? It's best to get help. I've given you a place to go to if you don't want to go talk to your parents or whatever. Text to that number, and a counselor will come on and help you out. Okay, my little homies. Be good. If you need help, text to that number. Okay? Peace.